Well, that happened. And boy, was I disappointed. Hello everybody and welcome to the Divisional round of the 2018-2019 NFL Playoffs. I'm your host, Cody P, and we are behind because life sucks. And this is a zit now turned into a scab because I'm an asshole teenager who picks at his zits. Granted, I'm 19 now, but tomato, I ain't got time. Game starting in an hour. So, let's get this done, edited, and into the YouTube world, shall we? Alright, ladies and gentlemen. First game we're looking at has Indianapolis Colts going to KC, where the Chiefs are 5.5 point favorites at home. Now, weather reports saying that there are going to be snow. So, it's same with the New England game coming up. Both games are reported to have snow, so that could potentially limit offenses, and two of these guys come in, and both these teams come in with a more powerful offense compared to average lows around the league. So it's a mix and match kind of thing. I'm going to keep this quick because time is money and we have neither. So, in previous years, KC has fallen in the playoffs due to conservative play calling and Alex Smith not being the dominant, the overtaker of a game that he may or may not have been when he was in San Francisco. But, give or take, Patrick Mahomes, who many see him as league MVP, my vote still goes to Drew, but he gives you a different vibe. And with the Colts, yeah, they went into Houston and beat Houston because the Colts are a much more experienced team, and Houston, they're far from ready to actually make a personal playoff run. But it's a toss-up between the two. Indy is one of those teams that a lot of people are picking because they trust Andrew Luck's experience over Patrick Mahomes. But something to me tells me this is like KC's year. Like, Patrick Mahomes is not just going to have this magnificent first-year season. I know a lot of quarterbacks have a good first-round seat or a good first season, but then kind of falter in the playoffs. But KC, I think, has the ability to go far enough. And considering the Colts are a dome team, the fact that they might be playing in snow, I think will hurt them. So, I like KC in this. And I know Patrick Mahomes has not looked good in prime time recently, but I really like KC and how this is going. So take the Chiefs straight up. But 5.5 points is too many, especially for a snow game. I think things keep close and interesting, and Luck maybe pulls out the upset. I say he's either going to come short or run out of time. So, take the plus 5.5. Total game is set at 54.5. Or 57, I don't know. I'm reading off the odd checks nowadays, but I'm also using the Twitter that I posted last night. So, correct me if I'm wrong, internet. Here it says 57. So, 57. The snow game scares me because the idea that it could be low scoring is possible, but I don't actually see that happening because I think these are two really good offenses who are going to have a field day, and the snow might hurt them. But 57, I think you can still get away with. So take the over 57. It's 27-24 game. That's not 30-27. I don't know. Whatever. You get the idea. Same game we're looking at is the Rams hosting the Dallas Cowboys, where the Rams are 7-point favorites at home, and the total is 48.5. Now, as far as I know for this game, it's going to be a nice day, beautiful day in good old SoCal, Los Angeles. Cowboys coming off a decent, impressive win over Seattle, who tied everyone in spread picks because they had to move on without a kicker. So for those who took the -2, hey, you get a push. You're welcome. Some people took 2.5. That's hilarious. But yes, Dallas, they seem to have found themselves a hot hand, and now, especially with the acquiring of Amari Cooper, have helped the offense gather up a lot. And the offense seems to be going well between them, and then running the ball with Ezekiel Elliott. Dak is limited, but Dak does enough that he can help this team. And Dak's not half bad a quarterback. He's not a great quarterback, but he's not half bad. And Jared Goff, we're still questioning him. I mean, yeah, good job. You have a 13-3 season, but you were once highly considered an MVP candidate. And now you've shrunken to people don't even know whether or not you're a top 10 quarterback. So, we don't know. Do you know? Do we know? We don't know. But this is an important game for both him and Sean McVay because you can't have two great seasons and then go 1-done in the playoffs. I think this game's crucial. I think they realize that. And I don't think Dallas has enough firepower to keep up if the Rams score. Dallas has a good defense, but I don't trust the secondary as much, and I think points will be scored. And I don't think Dallas has the firepower to keep up. So yeah, take the Rams straight up. On the line, it's -7. I feel like that's a little too much for me because I think Dallas does keep this interesting, but a touchdown's way too much for me. So take Dallas +7. On the line, the total is 49. I know I said offensive firepower, but also saying that 49 seems like a bit too much, mainly because the Rams have been up and down lately with their offense, and Dallas has never really been known to be scoring that many points. So in a game that could easily be like a 24-20 type game. I don't think it'll be that, but I think 49 is way too many. So take the under on 49. Third game to look at is the Patriots hosting the Chargers, where the Pats are 4-point favorites at home, and the total is 47.5. The Patriots are also predicted a snow game, or at least it has been snowing as of recently in Foxborough, Massachusetts. So this could be another potentially cold weather game. And Los Angeles, a team who's also played in the sunny weathers of Los Angeles, has had the benefit of staying away from the snow. But then again, this Chargers team apparently is undefeated on the road. They're 7-1 on the regular season, 8-1 if you include win against the Ravens. But that one loss was to the Rams, who are in LA. So take the Chargers out of LA, they're undefeated. Now, does that mean they get a chance at Foxborough? I won't be surprised. This Patriots team, as compared to other Patriots teams, I don't have confidence in them. Like, they don't scare me for whatever reason. And it's partially true to Brady's age. He's not the same QB. He's not a bad QB, he's just not the same QB. And the defense has been shaky. I'm up and down on the defense, New England defense. So do I think the Chargers are going to score some points? Probably. Will the snow be a factor? Probably. But to keep it short and simple, I want to pick the Chargers, mainly because the way I'm looking at the playoffs now is just everyone but New England. That's kind of how I'm hoping. But they're making it really hard for me to go against Pats because experience, veteran, leadership, and all that. And it's, especially if it's a snow game, I just don't see it. I hope I can see it, but I just don't see New England losing this game. So take New England straight up. On the line at 4, I think this is a field goal game. And essentially it's going to be in the snow. Chances are it could be like a 18-15 game or 19-6 or something along those lines. I think it's highly unlikely both teams score over 21 points. Because the Chargers have a good defense that will limit New England. And the Chargers are playing in the snow, so they're probably going to have some bumping and growing pains on the field. So I would imagine the second half of this game being much better than the first half. That's a prediction. And that's also assuming it's still snowing. It could clear up by then. Who knows? I haven't checked recently, so I don't know anything. So take the Chargers +4. On the line it's 47.5. Like we said, if we don't predict both teams score over 21, then we're liking the under. So take the under, 47.5. And the final game we're looking at has Philadelphia going to New Orleans, where the Saints are 8-point favorites at home, and the total's at 51.5. New Orleans, to me right now, is the dominant team, who is a for sure trip to the Super Bowl. I had the Bears at number 2, but since they lost to Philadelphia, they're gone. And I'm pretty sure if the Saints had to play the Cowboys and the Rams, they'd beat both of them quite easily since they have home field advantage as well. Philadelphia's a tricky one, though, because Philadelphia almost is like a team that doesn't play by the rules, or wins games they shouldn't win, or loses games, or I don't know. Something about Nick Foles, man, it just keeps that team going, makes the team happy. I like how on Odd Sharks they're 10-7 record, but they're also 7-9-1 against the spread. Even Odd Sharks thinks they're winning game, because that they should be losing. But hey, what do I know? I don't know much, folks, but this I know. Um, Maybe it's time to consider actually trading Carson Wentz and getting some high-value draft picks for him. I'm sure there are teams out there that would love Carson Wentz, and I know Nick Foles is built for a year-long season, but he just something about Philadelphia, they click with him much better. Maybe it's because they won the Super Bowl last year with him, and now this year they're like, oh, this is a Super Bowl guy, we'll be fine. You guys are good as much. But I don't know. To me, at the end of the day, this seems like a Drew Brees type of, like, this year screams Drew Brees. He's going to get his second Super Bowl, going to be labeled the two-time Super Bowl champ, with all those passing records, and right off to the sunset. Maybe he will, maybe he won't, I don't know. But that's what the vibe this is. So, I really like the Saints in this game. So, take the Saints straight up. But 8 points, that's too many. I mean, they could potentially blow them out, but the way I see Philadelphia, I think there is a high probability of a backdoor cover. So take the Eagles plus 8. On the line's 51.5. For a game that the Saints, when they last played this Philadelphia team in NOLA, it was what, 48-7, 41-7, something like that. I think Philadelphia scores more because Nick Foles is more, I don't know, smarter than Carson Wentz, more or less. And I still am up and down on the Saints secondary. I know I was a big Marshawn Lattimore fan, but I'm still up and down on it. And I think there's a good probability this game does go over 50 points, so take over the 51.5. Those are your games. I go over one more time. Chiefs straight up, Rams straight up, Pats straight up, Saints straight up. For all the dog teams against the spread. Colts against the spread, Cowboys against the spread, Chargers against the spread, Eagles against the spread. Chiefs-Saints games, were Chiefs-Colts, Saints-Eagles games, both of those will be over. Cowboys-Rams game and Chargers-Pats game, all under. And that's it, folks. I'm going to get this uploaded because we're about a good hour away until the game starts. I'll see you all in the next week's predictions.